Hello everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you don't mind. What we're going to do today is I want to introduce you to the video a little bit before we get started. Essentially we're at a location you can see back behind me, feeds out into a big wetland area, but right behind me is a dam. But what I want to do is walk you through how we located this particular site, and then how we develop some of these trap sets and where we put these trap sets. We're going to give you two successful harvests from this video, one for an otter and one for a beaver. But primarily we're gonna look at the OnX hunt video, or OnX hunt application, and how we can use that to find sites like this and use them to our advantage, as well as some drone footage, which kind of gives you a neat perspective on what you're looking at in real time, as opposed to maybe old aerial photos from OnX. Anyway, stay tuned.
All right, we're going to show you today another location that we have identified as excellent for otter and beavers, and we're going to start with some of the same things we may have covered in the last video, but I think it's important to mention again. We're going to want to find a location that we can access, which goes without saying. We're going to want to find a location that is near where we can travel to regularly. Obviously, we're tracking beaver and otters. We're probably doing conibears, and we want to be checking daily, at least in the location I'm at. But this particular site, it's thousands of acres of federal land, Army Corps of Engineer land, and I'm going to zoom in as we talk here. But as you recall, there was a previous video I did covering a area which is here, which feeds into this big, what I call an old river area, and a lot of wetlands in this area. We can access, you see this road here, we can access on the north side of this property pretty easily, but we really cannot access on the south side at all, and we cannot get in by boat or anything like that. So we're really forced to access from the north side and trying to identify habitat we can reach from the north side. So we covered this area yesterday, or a few days ago, and identified excellent beaver habitat by looking at some of these dams that you can actually see and feeding into the habitat. Let's look further west, and I want to focus on one particular area. None of this area was too appealing right here along this bank to me. Now, we could probably do some castor mound sets. There's definitely beaver sign in here. Probably would not catch any otter. I'm really focused more on otter in this particular this season, and so I'd like to target areas that I see otter sign, which are probably not, or certainly are not, castor mound sets. So one area that caught my attention that I know I can access, so this is the access road here, or it's really a four-wheeler dirt road, but I can get here pretty easy. This is all grown up now. I can get here pretty easy. But as you'll see, as we zoom in to this area, none of this looks like, I don't see any beaver dams on any of these three little creeks that run in. These are fairly large creeks. I've zoomed in, I've looked around. I did not see anything that would catch my eye as, hey, I can go up and catch a beaver dam on one of these, or find a lodge. Was not able to do so. As I came further south, what I did notice, and what you will notice as well right away, is this extra long beaver dam. So we have a huge beaver dam with a lake behind it, which we can easily identify from OnX. And this is really going to be where we focus on for this particular video. You see all the mud behind this dam, and that's always a good sign to me, because you see there's movement going on. Some of the clear water, maybe not. I mean, at least in my opinion. So let's take this and let's go do some drone footage, add some drone footage, and then we'll we'll talk about the catches that we make. All right, let's go ahead and look at two different aerial footage clips, and I'll explain what we're looking at. We mentioned that there were 3 creeks that feed into this area, and there's a beaver lake that has been generated here. And we'll hit play, and you'll see what I'm talking about here as you zoom over. And what you see right here is really, this is the dam. It runs along here. Long dam, but actually you can walk across it, and you can park right just south of or east of where I am right here. I'll play a little further because you can see where it feeds out into this huge lake area with a lot of vegetation, but we're right on the edge here, so we can easily access this dam, which makes this an attractive location. And let me give you one more perspective, looking back into this area. Let me see. Yeah. So this is a little further down, looking back up in where those 3 creeks are. So it's those 3 creeks, this one here, one in the middle, one over here, all feed into this area. And we'll zoom back around and go back over to the dam, and I'll show you one more thing, and we'll move on to show you the catches in this area. But clearly you can get a good view of the dam right here, all the way across there. Really nice picture and view here. And I'll pause here because we made one set over here off this dam. We made another one. I believe it's right in here. There's a little cut through. It's a little wide to make one. We could have made one specific for beaver on this side. But again, I'm trying to catch more otters here because I know otters are here. Then we had another one we put in later here, but no catch yet. But we really have 2 in this area. Had an otter caught over here and a beaver caught over here. And you're going to see both of those, and the set's remade today. But you can see the difference in water level here and what we're dealing with. Get a little bit closer here, and you see the little water coming over here. But there was a little feed through here that we were able to make a set in. Actually, it's right in here with a log across the little drainage right there off that beaver dam. All right, we're coming in to this spot where we've got a couple of sets for otters and beavers, and we're coming up on the first conibear. This is a one we set yesterday, Belial 330. Clearly there's nothing in this one. You see there's a nice crossover right here. Dam crossover, goes into a little small area and then kind of narrows down, which is why we put it right here, and then goes on out to really a much bigger lake and area. It's a nice spot. We got another 330 just right down further down on this dam. This is a huge dam, huge long dam. We got another little crossover spot, and there's a natural log here just across this little opening, so you can see a little cut through opening. I don't see the trap, but I see my chain. I see something. We must have something. Oh yeah, we got a beaver in there. Let me pull them out and we'll show them to you. All right, here we go with the set remade. We just pulled the beaver out. You can see the crossover, covered it with some sticks. Put a Belial in there, right under the ground. Get a look underneath at what the beaver might see when they come across this dam, or otter, and come through that slough. Really nice setup. All right, we're here checking one more location. As you can see, there's a big long beaver dam and a pond they've made out here.
And I saw some otter scat and scales on the bank right here. And it drains on out, so this drains on out into a marsh area. But we got a set right over here. Let's ease over to it. We got 2 sets right here. In this case, I think these are dukes that I set. Actually, it looks like we got something in this one. Oh yeah. Looks like we got an otter. Yeah, looks like a young otter. Not a big otter, but it's an otter. Yeah, we got him. All right, one more set. Let me go check one more set down here and see if they had other otters coming in here. Looks like nothing in this set. Just under a log right there where they ease on up from up the bank coming across that. And it looked like no otters this time.
How are you doing that? How are you doing that like that?
All right, we caught that otter here yesterday. We actually pulled the traps out because it was Christmas or Christmas Eve, and we're going to actually put them back in the same spot. Let's see if we can't catch another otter in here.
You catch too much? Catch too much?
Okay, we got that set. We got the locks off. Put them right back here in this gap running between here. Adjust it to the second lever, the second setting on the dog. Right in here. All the way back as far as I can go.
What can you do down? Too much water right here, Miss Charles.
I need a dive stick.